right. Streams engaged. Let's get the music going. There we go. Let's begin the sweet stream. Link reference. Double trouble. Hey, dude. Twice the stream. Half the flavor. Sorry, I missed you, man. What time did you get home? Work dinner. You were busy today. Oh, man. Oh. Late night. Working, man. Jealous. I was not busy today, so. Was this like a holiday dinner kind of thing? Because Julie does her work. Oh, your wine show. Man, you're such a whiner. She's like, this guy whines. No, I've never even heard of that place. I'm sure it was amazing. Okay. I'm glad. Special occasion. Yeah. It's always good to eat out. Was North Hollywood always a shithole? According to Adam Carolla, yes. Have you not spent much time in North Hollywood? It really is a shithole. I wish it wasn't so Studio City adjacent, to be honest with you. It's like all the worst things about Hollywood without any of the good things. So yeah, it definitely lives up to its reputation of don't go there if you don't have to. There are some like good places to get a bite to eat, I think, but yeah, I don't know who gave North Hollywood permission to just be like and it's like, unfortunately, like that experience colors so much of the valley. For a lot of people who maybe experience the valley, they're like, oh, let's go to North Hollywood and see what's there. Whoa, turn around. It looked like trash. I passed a truck barfing smog. The dude even tried to push me out of my lane. Dude. This guy was road raging on you or something? You had a worse time than most. I beat the shit out of guys like you every day. Do you want to pull over and settle this? What the hell did you do to this guy? Literally nothing, of course, but also, you would probably kick his ass because you were really good at karate, so. Yeah, like, no fucking way. North Hollywood is where they put up the most resistance for getting rid of the lead pipes in schools. I'm just joking, of course. Weirdly, he was probably trying to make friends with you. You know, that's how they make friends. Too busy to fight. That's right. You should have been like, I don't fight girls. The guy's like, why does everybody honk at me and tell me smoke is belching out of my car? People see civics as easy targets, but they gotta know. Yeah. A little healthy. I flip people off every day and honk my horn. Everybody's asleep or... Oh, man. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, North Hollywood sucks. That guy, unfortunately, was a representative sample of the good people of North Hollywood. I mean, they're not all terrible, but it's Hollywood adjacent, and some of the rents there are still affordable. So, the riffraff haven't been properly squeezed out yet. It's very they're very embracing of the riffraff in North Hollywood. You were just speaking your truth, man. Well, I'm glad it didn't come to blows. It is a fun story. You were like, I should be hanging out with Max, not dealing with this asshole. Sensei has taught you well. Me neither. At least not in like a serious, I don't know who's gonna win this fight kind of way. Yeah, exactly. It's like, also, people who talk about getting in fights all the time definitely do not get in fights all the time. They're like just crazy, you know. They're like victims of their own imagination. You'd have to be insane to like really get into a fight in today's age. There's cameras everywhere. You just go to jail, basically, you know. He fights his mama every day. Obviously. It's like beating up your girlfriend doesn't count. Dude, I still think about people who have cursed me out in the middle of intersections. Never gets easier. That's kind of cool. Is this Poe's reading? The Cro-Magnon part of my brain wants to fuck his shit up. Yeah, you'll fight him in your dreams tonight. That's okay. And this, the context for this drawing, as I'm drawing it, makes me want to. It's like, kind of have, like I've got this sort of sense of like, he and Zelda are like leaving in a hurry, like he couldn't even get his boots on or something like that, or like he was like in a bath, or you know basically he's in his underwear, had only time enough to grab his sword sling and hop on the getaway horse before the Octorok explodes the exactly. He's it just feels like a cool, yeah, he's back saddle without footholds. He's he's got his hand here on Zelda's shoulder. She's like leaning into it, just trying to get away as fast as possible. And he's, I don't know what he's gonna do with a sword when they're hundreds of yards away, but it looks cool, right? So it isn't necessarily the case that I have to like make drawing Link the only thing I do tonight, but I want to make a little progress on something, and this feels like something that needs a lot of progress, and also the it turns out I got booked tomorrow and also all of next week, which is good, but it means I won't be probably able to stream tomorrow. So the time is nigh. The time is now to see what I can do, and this feels like low-hanging fruit, like not something I would be super struggling to to make some progress with. The let's see here. The Twitch says the I got a good amount of views on the stream earlier. Like 10. One of them's probably me somehow, but the that's 5 times what I expected, if the metric is even to be trusted. Ooh, did I just delete what I just drew? No, okay. Oh, I need to turn this part off. The random boards part. There we go. Turn all that off. Save. So aside from that, how was your day? Dinner must have been good. That's a good way to finish up. Wait a second. You ordered wine, and the lady complimented your wine choices. Was she cute? That's one thing that I feel like I didn't pick up until much later on, is when when women compliment anything, it's not about the thing that they're complimenting. It's just they're trying to insinuate, or maybe like insinuate a little bit of, like, you've got good taste, kind of thing, There's subtext there. Oh, midstream crash. What? Oh no. Ignore that. Jeepers. Whew. That'd be embarrassing if I hadn't already been saving it. No good, no good. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, wow, look at this. My shit's all jacked up. Don't send. Holy shimulligans. Stop. Quit. Quit. Whoa. Wow. That was bad. Yeah. And I probably have the Google Drive to blame for all these dropped frames. And Julie's in the other room watching her shows. So, internet sucks. Everything sucks. I'm probably on a 5-second time delay. Ugh. Gotta start over from scratch here. These large file sizes are treacherous. Let's look here. This is a 9,000 pixels by 11,000 pixels. That's a big image. Each of these drawings is 2K. So this is quite a doozy. But take it on the chin. Didn't lose that much work. Would be easier just to rotate, so let's try that again and just hope it doesn't crash this time. Where did my other thing go? There we go. can have this great Goo Goo Dolls kind of irresistible hairstyle. Sort of discovering as we go. How much sex appeal is right for Link here. Some Link mullet. Boxer has disappeared, but that's okay. Can take his leave. I need to practice making my Link hats a little bit more sagged out. Like that. I think in this scene it's okay because I'm sort of depicting him a bit battle damaged, so his hat can have some little bit of scuff. Trickiness with shoulders lining up just right. And if anybody's curious, what I'm looking at up here is just this. It's what you see here. So I'm just using that as a reference for Link's costume. Although the proportions as I'm drawing him are a little bit more closer to what you'd call human. This is live action Link, supposedly being depicted here. I feel like his knee here comes up in front of his elbow. So let's make sure that happens. I know what Boxer went off to do. He's got a special treat from our dad that is waiting inside. Looks like these, yeah, sort of weird straps here. Huh. Looks like Link has a forearm gauntlet on his left hand and not his right. But I'm okay if they're on both hands. For the purposes of this storyboard, why don't we just make Link ambidextrous? While rare, ambidextrous sword training was a real thing, at least in ancient Sparta, for instance. They needed you to be able to fight with both hands because chances of you being wounded in one hand were very high, and you needed to be deadly with both. And they knew it was possible to learn, so there you go. At least that's what I've read or heard. Link is clutching a wound. He's got some sort of slash. Maybe he's been bitten by one of these snakes over here. Snaky snakes. Let me save before another crash occurs. That'll be a smart thing to do. Let's get a sense of the clutching, tightly clutching, impacting the folds in his tunic. Both shoulders are rounding in appreciably. Let's see here. A little bit thicker muscle. Ooh, and there could be a bit of blood leakage. Yeah, that's cool. That feels like a wound. Yeah. Ouchie. Forearm guards. I don't want to forget this cool strap he's got across his shoulder. Behind him, therefore, We need a scabbard. It's complex with all this detail. Calculating its placement in space. Attempting to do it some justice. That's half the fun. Is getting all those cool details, because they are fun. Might be too thick. And this might be a boring stream. Certainly not seeing as many people chiming in, and they don't have to. It's okay. Let's see. Elbow, wrist. Still feels good. Yeah, given that I'm recently found out I'm booked tomorrow, this kind of work will storyboard draw, like more like line art storyboard stuff is a little bit more of an effective kind of pre-game day warm-up for me compared to the super rough but fun concepting that we've been doing for a while now. Quick save. Can already see a problem. Not bad, but this needs to do adjust for that a little bit. Okay. Doesn't feel quite right. Let's A little bit of perspective on it is still good. It's still not quite right. Kind of be like that. Wouldn't really see the pommel. Do myself a favor. Maybe we can even see like cool I know it's the legendary sword of heroes and stuff, but actually I think this is also, well, probably better I don't get too bogged down on the exact design of the Master Sword here, so I might make other decisions later on. Could there be blood all over it? Is that even good? Am I drawing it well? Definitely need to watch more gory animes with blood. Blood, not so much a big theme in Zelda, but maybe it could be. Definitely then would need blood at the base. We're living dangerously over here, drawing blood on all on the one layer. Now I'm intrigued by the theme. It's kind of got a cool read. Definitely need more length and distortion in there. I think that's enough to satiate my bloodlust at the moment. Getting back to the other link details. Ain't got time to bleed. You stepped away for a bit. I had a funny question for you. Did you go inside to get the coffee? My question, because this is a funny thing that I was making a supposition about, but when the maitre d' who complimented your wine choices, was she cute? Unless they were a boy, and if so, were they cute? It was like a 50-year-old man. Then they were definitely hitting on you. Liked your shirt as well. You were being hit on, my friend. He probably didn't care about the wine choice at all. He was just trying to get you to like him. Just more. You figure, okay, I was, I know that happens to you all the time, but in the past when that stuff would happen to me, I would be like, oh, I must be good at picking wine and not really understanding what was actually happening. And I'm sure you did look dapper. Italian wine. He's like, that's the code. Yeah. Me scoozy. That's funny. I wouldn't go to the detail if I didn't feel like they were working. Although certainly in these earlier ones, I definitely left. Oh, they'll be given the. I'll be hand drawing the sparkle on those. They're the specular highlights. I'll be all zoomed in. You missed it. I had a crash. Live stream crash. No fun. The whole thing just crapped out from under me. And so now I'm taking extra precaution to just make sure I'm saving as I go. But that was the first one so far. Yeah, I neglected to shut off the Google Drive syncing. And I think that was it. And I think what is not working right here is the angle is a little bit too steep. It might even work better like that. Always be saving. I need to straight up cut and slide. What's happening here? Still, why it's it is still running. I leave it on. In the event, I have to remote log in and like retrieve a file that, you know, didn't sync or something like that. I leave it on all the time. Is that a problem with the bandwidth or something? It's not really a I mean, you can always go in and just turn it off, I guess. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason I have it on, but definitely if it was causing problems, I'd want to know about it. Why don't you turn off your computer? I mean, that made some sense, I think, back in the day with with some of the hardware components and like shitty the letting your car warm up stuff is also a little bit outdated, or at least not that actually. It used to be a thing where you wanted to drive like under 50 miles per hour for like the first 100 miles on your car if you could avoid it, but that I've learned is a bit of like they've sort of machined out those kinds of necessities from modern vehicles, and I'm not sure if warming up is quite the thing it used to be, but it makes sense. Certainly back with the cars that we had, when I told you that stuff, it did make sense, I think, or at least that was what all my friends were impressing on me. But what the fuck do they know? You know, they'd be like, oh, don't do that, it's bad for you, and then like, you know, we'd all go share a meth pipe or something like that, you know? It's not This is a little bit of a tricky angle on this knee, but I want to try and make some of this work. Yeah, that looks decent. He's all crouched up, so it's hard to know exactly what's what and where's where. Belt loop in there. Boy, where's the party at tonight? No one's here in the stream, except you. Not that it matters too much, but... The next stream will have to be like Zelda fan service or something like that, where we get some something bootylicious in the render. Pouches. Yeah, these bending knees are tricky. That's the one where I left off. I think it is the closest thing that like I really do like the Breath of the Wild Link, like the hoodless Link, and he's got like a little ponytail or maybe I'm wrong about that, but it's a good look. It's definitely still great Link design. But I feel like this is, yeah. You know, and you can still take off his hood and do other things. I've got him hoodless on that horseback with a cool little ponytail going on. This is a little, looking at it now, it's poking out a little much. It's probably closer to accurate. All right, that looks like a decent link. Moving on. Kind of a different one. Really effed up Link post battle. Barely vanquishing the enemy, and he's got mustering all the strength he can to open up a fairy bottle, basically. Something like I want, like here I didn't draw him with like a bunch of armor on, and I don't know why I didn't do that, but I kind of like it. And like you notice he doesn't have his hood on either. Like maybe this is like early on in the adventure where he isn't necessarily fully equipped yet, or you know, I don't know. I think it's just fun. I don't necessarily want him to be drawn the same way across all of it. I want to make it look like, okay, that took place at a different date and time than that, and that, and that. And you can do that via the continuity of his costume or breaking the continuity. It's really kind of fun for me to be here with it, where we're, by the time I drew this thing, I had no clue we would get, that it would keep going. I just knew it was a little bit fun by then. Now I feel like it's just on its own momentum now. It's like, oh, I got half an hour. I'll chip in a little bit of time. But I'm doing really my best and being consistent with making sure it's all on the Twitch. It's it kind of puts me in a little bit of a spot at some points, because I can't really. I tried today to install OBS on my mobile rig, and to start off with, the latest OBS wouldn't install, and in fact, like the several versions, whatever, point 1, 2, 3, whatever, going back several versions also wouldn't install. I had to go back to whatever was the version in like January 2023, and that was able to install. And I was like, cool. So I got it set up with all the settings and stuff like that, and then I tried to run it concurrently with like Painter and Spotify, and like it was impossible. The CPU load was too much for like 2017, 2016 MacBook Pro. It just wasn't happening. I mean, it wouldn't have even been able to open up this file with the limited system resources that rig has. It can handle it can still handle like my normal storyboarding projects, but this is just, it's too much. That looks good though, like that. Bits of twigs sticking out of his hair. Definitely got to bulk up, like this kind of scrawny arm. It's too scrawny. And make it's okay if it has this sort of appearance, but we'll bulk it up with some dimensionality. Tricky because we needed to see here. That could be right. They're tricky. Get there. I don't know if it's accurate, but it feels like it's getting there. Let's see here. I don't know why I have his shoulder here so hunched up, but it also feels accurate somehow. Just because he's all contorted. As long as he's got this... The sideburns are helping me out, because I'm like, where does his neck attach? I'm like, fuck it, sideburns. He's injured, yeah. He's like, whatever. He's, can get away with a lot. He's injured, he's pinned down, his weight's unevenly distributed on an uneven surface. His leg is, yeah. His groin is split in half. This will be a good question to pin down eventually, but do you know what color his eyes are? I may have his ear set too far back, but it also looks okay right now. I don't know. If things are... Yeah, I mean, like, maybe. Is that too obvious? Isn't Zelda's eyes blue? Or aren't? Is it just everybody's eyes blue? Should they be changed? Should they not be blue, you know? He's got blue eyes. Okay. This is black and white, of course, so at this point, it's just a question of, is it light or dark? But, and you know, it's like, I'm like, oh, it's like skin tight, so we don't need to show too much stuff. But then I'm like, man, you know how Dad, like, he'll wear something like a long sleeve shirt on him. If it's tight enough, you can still see tons of muscle. And I'm like, all right, we got to do something to show some wiry muscle, some sinews. Right. I think that was a stylized exception. I think that would be the typical. And here, I want to make sure that I'm not just automatically drawing a cylinder for his wrist anatomy. That might be okay in some instances, but here I want him to look just a little bit more. Yeah, they're very Aryan, yeah. Yeah. Getting way too invested in the preciseness of these folds, but when my brain feels like it wants to tackle that, it's hard to convince it that there are other things more important. And I never get to, like, indulge myself on any kind of, like, wild goose chase. You know, apart from the comic, for instance, this is like it. It's like not in many, many years have I worked on anything you classify as a personal project, you know? what he's holding in this hand is just the lid to the, it's like, Link is basically Legolas who don't talk. Yes, I agree. Legolas, also a great example of an overpowered, far too perfect character. Not that interesting as a result, if you kind of compare him against other people who seem to have at least some weaknesses. I think Legolas's weakness was his sort of seemed just at least he had a competitive streak that seemed to get the best of him at times. That was about it. In this stream previous to this one with Adamatron, I was having a sort of a discussion about how the inherent disabilities or weaknesses of the characters in the Game of Thrones series is what, in my opinion, made them so compelling. And there was a sort of an unspoken premise that weakness is power in the as a theme in that series. It's got like this kind of, it's getting a little too pronounced in these forms here, but tone that back a little bit. Maybe just shrink this down. Don't want big meaty hands. They definitely need to have some grace. Feels better. Looks like I'm trying to see this like from upside down. It might be easier if I did that. Yeah, got a little too much perspective on this. One little stereotypical cork bottle stop. Oh, it's practically midnight. the order and progression of these Zelda and chill tracks are sort of an unconscious timer for me in regards to the pace. So I know when this one comes up, I've been at it a little bit, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. It feels decently good. Yeah, that's not bugging me. I might make it so that even in between his chest and this hand is like another spider leg. So it's like he's pinned down and twisted up with all sorts of shit. But that'll also be a handy way to hide some of this ambiguous anatomy I've sort of painted myself into a corner with. Now this will be a little challenging, this hand. But I know I want it to be there, and I know where I want it to look, so... Just see if I can pull it off. Don't think I can preserve it exactly the way it's drawn to figure out some way of... Yeah, this is like a little bit of an homage to the classic cartoon sprite. You know, that was my sexual awakening moment as a whatever 6 or 7 year old or 5-year-old or whatever. I'm like, whoa. That and Zelda. I mean, hey. You know, I don't know what people were complaining about in that cartoon. That had everything. Everything I needed. It's like, what's the alternative? Like Super Mario? That was way too cartoony, you know. Susudio from Scud, all right. That's a good one. Oh, I gotta revisit Scud. Do you happen to have any Scud? Like a collection, or... It's okay if you don't. I probably did at some point. I gotta revisit Scud. I'll do a Scud stream. Ah, yeah. Yeah, and of course, like, Dan Harmon. So funny. Yeah, how come Scud never, I mean, with all Dan Harmon's influence, definitely need a, yeah, totally. Scud changed everything. That comic was indie comics, like, look how much I'm fucking up this hand. It's not bad, it's just a hard angle, and I didn't get the gesture quite right in the original sketch, so let's fix things a little bit. I really should have just re-roughed it out. Here, that's what we'll do right now. It's something like that. That's the rough version. Now we fix it. I don't want to draw the bottle first. I'm doing the, it's just Link right now. Although, like, that does make sense, but the, this isn't, the posing of the fingers is right. I just have to draw them better than I am. They're too meaty at this stage, and I didn't rough it out properly. I mean, you know, the sketches has the information that sells it to me, but it's not a proper rough storyboard, really. Or it doesn't contain the notes that I need to just finish it, but this one does. So turn this off. Shrink that. Okay, turn that back on. Turn this to like nothing. And this should be about what I need. Kitty Cat Games. Hello. Hello. Yeah, this is like how you would grip a cell phone, kind of. Hey, peeps. We're in the last few minutes, but I'm gonna draw this hand and then. Kitty Cat Games. Do you know who Scud the Disposable Assassin is? yeah, I have a Discord now. Scud is very niche, yeah, and it's highly influential. Like, oh, must have missed it. Oh, sorry. Oh, totally would have been there, guys. Ah, wait. I got the, there you are. I'm gonna wave to say hi. Do a little, I'm glad you're here. Wee. Discord. Generally pretty good at drawing hands, as long as they're holding cell phones in commercials. And this is feeling a little bit better, like it's got some sense of Hylian elegance. I'm 20 followers short of affiliateness, but that's not a big deal. Organicness is important to me. Real peeps, not bots. Sky Shadow. Welcome, people. Shit posting, yes. Sky Shadow, on your Discord, you have a bunch of Minecraft stuff. Am I not wrong? Let's see here. Maybe I am wrong. No, it's Leviathan. That's their thing. I have a bunch of sexual. Well, can I be on your Discord? You'll have to forgive me. I erroneously got confused with yours with Leviathan's Discord. I'm not even sure how you would send something. Dick sword. That's funny. Dick sword. Now I just gotta unpretty up these fingers. Hey, I heard a beep. Here's Boxer. There we go. Where's all this Fortnite porn I was promised? I'm waving hi to everybody. I see people I know. Let's see here. Memes, NSFW. I see John there. These are funny. Oh, do we have the all right, next stream I'll bust out my X-rated Christmas tree ornaments. They're quite the thing to behold. That'll be fun. Bevelicious, welcome. First time chat. Hey. It's very much not a thing if you do or don't, but maybe I can post an invite to my Discord, my Dixord, for peeps who haven't come. Boxer, you had it in your copy paste. Can you just paste it here in the thing? It may be that everybody's already there, but it's I'm a little befuddled with how to actually do that. where's the invite button? The invite to my Discord, since you post it? No, you just sent it to, you sent Sky Shadows to me. There, we gotta figure out how to do the thing for the, or did you already do that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. All things are good. Oh yeah, you already sent it to Katie Cat Games, then she just dug it up and found it. So that's what happened. Okay. Okay, there it is. Thank you, Boxer. Thanks. All right. That's enough self-hype. There you go. So that'll work out nicely. I'll make sure the bottle fits the hand. And then I think I'm gonna call it a night. This next link is like child link. So that'll be a different kind of vibe. That'll be fun. But I'll do that tomorrow if there's any gas left in my tank. Here's where we are so far with the link renderings. I know some latecomers are here, but the in addition to, like, I'll keep going, like, concepting some of the you know, these sketches, but the you know, we'll make new rough ideas for some of the new more concepts and things like that. But I was itching to start inking some of this stuff, inking being the relative term. You know, you can see we've got a long way to go on these, but the line art is tricky, requires a bit of concentration and focus, and then once that's done, it's very fun then to sort of zen out and add shading and tone and focus on design of these compositions, which is half the work is already done because we've sort of done a proof of concept with these rough sketches. So we know there's these, but on an earlier stream I called them kernels of ideas, kernels of sequences. Like we can extrapolate whole story sequences from any one of these images. So they're just bursting forth with potential, but everything in due time. I hate to bounce now that the party's getting going, but I got work, unfortunately, tomorrow. Unfortunately, I have to work tomorrow, and then next week actually promises to be busy as well. But Monday is Martin Luther King Day, and I'm not booked. Yes, everybody go to sleep. So sweet streams, everybody, and check back Monday, if not sooner, or I'll put it on the Discord if anything is happening spontaneously. But rest assured, no work happens on this thing that isn't on Twitch. So if you missed it, you know, it's up there in the archives and everything else. So yes, indeed, have a good night, and I'll see you next time. I'll follow everybody who follows me. That's the way it is. I'll catch up to it. All right. Yeah, call me out on all that. All right. Good night, everybody. Peace.